breaking. And I mean actually breaking, because this just dropped today. Prince Harry just lost. Big, not a small loss. A historic loss. He sued the publisher of the Daily Mail, one of the biggest newspapers on the planet, accused them of hacking his phones, bugging his voicemails, stealing his private info, millions of pounds in legal fees, years in court. Elton John, Liz Hurley, multi-million-dollar celebrities standing next to him. The judge said, quote, "Failed to prove it. Case dismissed. And honestly, the way this went down, nobody saw it coming. Let me walk you through every second of it." Section 1. Who, what, when, where? All right. Quick rundown so everyone's on the same page. Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex. His wife Meghan Markle didn't officially join as a claimant. Co-plaintiffs included Sir Elton John, Elizabeth Hurley, Sadie Frost, and Doreen Lawrence. Big British names, big reputations. What they sued over, Associated Newspapers Limited, ANL, the parent company of the Daily Mail, Mail on Sunday, and Mail Online. They alleged ANL had been involved in unlawful information gathering, phone hacking, voicemail interception, hiring private investigators to dig through their lives. When? Trial started January 2026. Verdict came today, July 7, 2026. Where? High Court of Justice in London. Judge presided. The lawsuit wasn't just about cash, it was about reputations. Harry and the others wanted a court to formally say, "Yes, you did this to us." They wanted the paper shamed. Instead, they got the opposite.
Section 2. The verdict. Let's go through the verdict, because the wording matters. The judge, without pulling punches, found that the claimants failed to prove their allegations that Associated Newspapers engaged in unlawful information gathering, not partially. Not, "We need more time." Failed to prove. That means, in the eyes of the court, there was not enough credible evidence to back up the hacking claims. After years of legal buildup, after millions spent on lawyers, after Elton John sat in that courtroom and told his story. And here's where it gets spicy. The Daily Mail owner, Associated Newspapers, is publicly celebrating. Their statement hit hard. They're not just saying, "We won." They're saying, "We're coming for costs." That means Harry, Elton John, Liz Hurley, and the other claimants may have to pay Associated's legal bills on top of their own. We're talking potentially tens of millions of pounds from a case they brought to win. And the irony? The Daily Mail called the verdict a public vindication. They printed their own front-page story, and it reads like a victory lap. You couldn't write this. Section 3. The backstory. Now, for anyone new to this, let me rewind real quick. Prince Harry has been in a courtroom war with British tabloids for years. His beef with the press goes back to his mother, Princess Diana, and how she was treated by the UK media. Harry's publicly said the same machine that destroyed her is still going after his family. That's a huge part of why he and Meghan left the royal family in 2020. So when he stepped into a London courtroom to sue the publisher of the Daily Mail, it wasn't just Harry the businessman. It was Harry the son who lost his mom. That's why people paid attention. That's why Elton John, who's been vocal about UK press harassment for decades, stood next to him. Same reason Liz Hurley was there. They weren't just suing for cash. They wanted the paper proven guilty. Today, the court said, not based on what you've shown us. Section 4. The aftermath and reactions. All right, so what's the internet saying? Let's go. First, the royal family fans are not holding back. Comment sections are flooded with, "Told you so," "Play the victim," and "He's just trying to get paid." Harsh but real. That's the mood of a large chunk of the British public right now. Second, the Sussex supporters are firing back hard, saying the verdict doesn't mean the paper didn't do it. It just means they couldn't prove it in court. There's a difference, they argue. Third, Elton John's camp has been quiet so far.
No public statement as of recording this video. Same with Liz Hurley. Given the size of the loss, expect statements very soon. Fourth, Meghan Markle. She was not a formal claimant in this case, but she's standing by Harry privately. Insiders say tonight will be quiet for the couple, but expect this to fuel more royal content in the coming weeks. And here's the bigger picture question. This ruling encourages the Daily Mail, means publishers now have a precedent saying these cases are beatable. That's going to spill into other celebrity lawsuit news. Watch closely. Also, fun detail that went wild online today. Harry arrived in the UK yesterday for a separate trip, so he was already in England when the verdict dropped. He was at the judgment. Imagine being told you lost tens of millions of pounds immediately after your flight lands. Brutal day. Section 5. What's next? So now, the multi-million-pound question. What happens next? Option 1. Appeal. Harry's team can appeal the ruling. They'd need to argue the judge got the law wrong or didn't weigh the evidence correctly. That's hard. Appeals are rarely successful in UK civil cases, but the bucks at stake make it worth trying. Option 2. Accept and pay up. If they don't appeal, and if the court grants Associated's request for costs, Harry, Elton John, Liz Hurley, and the rest have to pay Associated's legal fees. Estimated total? Could easily clear 20 to 30 million pounds combined. Option 3. Settle out of court. Sometimes, even after a loss, parties negotiate privately to avoid the costs fight. Watch for that. The bottom line, this isn't just a loss. This could be the moment Harry's legal crusade against British press slows down for good. The Daily Mail has official backing now. Other papers will feel bolder. And for Elton John and Liz Hurley, for them, this is the same fight they've been having for 25 years. They didn't expect this outcome, but they won't stop, they say. Stay tuned. This is bigger than a courtroom. This sets a tone for celebrity versus press in the UK for the next decade. All right, that's the full story on Prince Harry losing his biggest lawsuit today. Subscribe to OWN Celebrity Updates so you don't miss the next domino, because in the next 48 hours, someone from this story is going to release a statement, and you know we're going to cover it the second it drops. Comment below with one thing. Do you think Harry was wrong to file this case, or do you think the paper still got away with something? I want to read every comment. Let's see where the audience lands on this. Peace.